Hello, hello. Good evening. You can only see like this much of me, honestly. Here's a nice top and everything, and get ready. No. But it's more about you than me. Good evening, everyone. Hello. Hope you well. Mission number 10. 10. We've done very well, guys. Very well. Today's mission is inspired by my conversation that I had today with a friend. It's relevant. We would get there anyway. I just left myself a lot more flexibility. I have so many different missions written, but depending how I feel and depending, I think, what the group needs, I like the flexibility of it. And then I'm like, well, when I talk about this anyway, I'm going to talk about this today. So when I was writing it down, I was like, let's talk about the M word. And I'm thinking, what's M for? You know, when they talk about different words beginning with different letters, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm thinking M, what M can stand for? That is, I don't know, naughty. Um, M for Mike. um, so phonetical alphabet, right? So a long time ago when I was working in banking, we would call the customers or customers would call in. And you would normally take the surname or take some details phonetically. So it will be, you know, A for Alpha, B for Bravo, and whatever. M for Mike, right? And then this lady was spelling something for me, and I will never forget this. And she's like, "Well, it's Y for Yumi," and I was like, "Oh, that is the cutest, sweetest thing ever. Y for Yumi." So today is the letter M. Let's talk about the letter M. M. M stands for meditation. Woo! I feel like so many people who are not spiritual hate the M word, hate the meditation. Hate maybe is a very strong word, but they just like, no, meditation, just get away from me. Loads of people that I speak to who are struggling with anxiety really don't like meditation, or like, I've tried it didn't work. No, not for me. And I feel maybe people didn't try it properly. Maybe people don't know what to expect, or maybe not to expect, or what happens, or what to do. And I always feel I'm a person who gets bored really easily. I can't go to the gym and, you know, do the same thing for 40 minutes. I really struggle with classes. But classes, when I go to the gym and there is a class, I know everyone's watching me kind of thing, you know, it kind of motivates me. And then, you know, 20 minutes, half an hour in, it's like, well, I'm here already. I'm not going to leave now. That's going to be stupid. Everyone's going to look at you, right? You know what I mean? Um, but when I'm on my own, and then gradually when I became, you know, older and older, I want to do things. I only want to do things that I'm enjoying. Just because someone says, "Oh my God, this is how you get a six pack" or whatever. Oh, I'm thinking about the gym now. Burpees. Jesus, who invented that? Seriously, and who likes it? Who likes it? So here's my advice to you, not related to meditation. Do what you like. Not what everybody tells you that you're supposed to like. Do what you enjoy, okay? So if I like running, I will go for a run. But if I hate running, I will not. I do like running. Bike, the same. I would go biking, but my friend gave me this birthday present and we went for, I think it's a mud run or something. And it was you running for a bit, and then there is a challenge, there is something to do, and then you run for a bit. This was the worst thing ever for me, honestly. And she knows it because I clearly made it clear that it wasn't my thing. The only thing I was thinking about it was a beer at the end of that. Yeah. So always remember, only do the things that you like, that you will enjoy. You know, there is, I think, a line where you're pushing yourself, or where you pushing yourself for what? For sake of it? You know, you don't have to jump off the plane or whatever. You feel uncomfortable, you're not going to like it, for what? Don't do it. Anyway, going back to the meditation, right? Meditation, I would like you to try the meditation. I would like you to, maybe you don't like it now, but maybe you don't like it for wrong reasons. So, I knew kind of meditation existed because you're listening to YouTube videos, you meet you listening to different things, and I was always fascinated by our ancestors, right? They lived for so long, they knew so many things, they knew about self-healing, they knew about living in the nature and how many benefits everything has. So there must be something that they did right? So long time ago, there was this course that I found online, and it was meditation. It was about meditation, and it was in a Buddhist temple thing in Manchester. I lived back then. Um, and there was a class, I think, once a week, and they would teach you how to meditate. And at this time in my life, I was like running. And for me, even when I had Saturday and Sunday off, it was like, oh, I need to do so many things. I need to do this, and I need to go to the gym, and I do. And it was very strange for me, the concept of letting go, of relaxing, of just doing nothing. And I think for some reason, maybe that's the reason to teach me that I have to relax, that you have to recharge the batteries. Meditation come into my life, right? And I thought, wow, I want to do this Buddhism course. It wasn't Buddhism, it was meditation. But it was in the Buddhism center. And it was really nice. It was about 20 people or so. And then they would just tell you what's the meditation, how does it work. And it was for the first time in my life. And they give you like a pillow and a little blanket. And it was like, oh my God, this is strange. This is a class. This is a lesson. I'm surrounded by people and I'm allowed to just fall asleep. I'm allowed to just close my eyes and do nothing. And I thought, wow, this is something new. And I kind of allow myself to think about it more, to do more of nothing. Yeah. But again, you need to give yourself that permission. So I think first step, I like that permission thing. It's okay to do nothing. It's actually encouraged to do nothing, especially for, if someone has kids, someone's got family, very busy life, work, full-time job, and everything together, compound together. You need to find a little bit of space, a little bit of me time. And you need to find, especially when we're talking about the anxiety here, this is first step for us to start learning how to calm the mind, how to slow down the thoughts. Okay. So I started doing the meditation, I started learning, and for me it was great, the social aspect of it, the kind of getting to know things. I don't remember if the guy was actually monk who was teaching us things, but it was very new to me, and it was very calming, and it was very relaxing. It was something completely different, and I kind of like, okay, I want to explore this a little bit more. And I think maybe that was the point where my spiritual kind of path started. And that just came to me. That actually literally just came to me. I never thought about it. I thought maybe spirituality came into my life when I became a therapist, but it looks like it came a long time ago before that. Now, few years later, I went to see a friend in Vietnam, and she was teaching English there, and we used to work together. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to come and see. And I'm the kind of person, when I tell you I will do something, it might take me a little bit of time, but I will do it eventually. So I remember going to see her in Vietnam, and it was like, wow, this is so different. This is, when you go to Asia, when you go to Europe, everything is quite similar. You know what to expect. And especially when I'm coming from Poland, I think Europe is very similar architecture-wise. Obviously, people are, nice, and the culture might be similar. But I think when you go into Asia, it's this culture clash. It's this clash of like, wow, this is so different. And I remember she needed to do something, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go for a walk. I'm just going to go wander around. And there was a temple. And I was like, oh my God, this is really interesting. And I went in, and I remember, like, honestly, I couldn't describe that feeling. I didn't know what's going to happen. And I went into this Buddhist temple, and there was maybe 3 people in there, and I just sat there. I don't remember if there was music. I don't think so. But the energy of the place. And I just started crying. I just started crying. The tears were just flowing. And I was like, oh my God, what's happening to me? I didn't have any thoughts. I didn't have any feelings. I didn't have any, that I'm maybe feeling bad about something or something's on my mind or anything. But I think my body, my mind just needed to let it go. And the strangest thing, people could see I'm crying. No one bothered me. No one, they just left me to it. And this kind of an emotion of gratitude, of like unconditional love. Like a mama love, if you're a mother, that kind of feeling came over me. And I was like, and I don't know what it was. I cannot explain it to you, but it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. And I think those kind of two scenes from my life were like beginning of the meditation. I was like, wow, I want to explore this. And then I started meditating a little bit more, but I always meditated like a guided meditation. So I would listen, when in one of the missions, I let you hear Sarah Blondin about surrendering. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And all this time I was listening, okay, morning meditation. It's like, and someone tells you, good morning, you're going to have an amazing day, and I want you to breathe in, breathe out. And then in the evening, I would listen to something else, but I wouldn't be committed to it. It wouldn't be, I would do it for maybe a week, and that's it. And then once I did it, I think for 60 days straight. And it really, you can see the difference. You can feel the difference. You are calmer. You are more, the challenges that happen in your life, you are a little bit more reserved. And it's like, okay, it's like taking yourself out of the situation, and you're just like, okay, right, this is what's happening. I'm going to deal with this way, okay? Rather than, rushing. So that's another thing that definitely calms your mind, but it takes time. So I'm listening to these meditations. I'm loving the meditations, but everything is guided meditation. And at some point, I'm doing a course, which is a marketing course, and they tell us, and it was between like therapists and healers and Reiki masters and all this beautiful, beautiful environment. And they encourage us to exchange a session. So I would give you a hypnotherapy session and you would give me something. And I kind of make friends with this lady who did light language activation. It's kind of a shamanism thing, when you're channeling energy through yourself with a voice, and I don't know how to explain it. It was incredible. It was beautiful. And she did give that to me. And at the end of it, she said to me, I want you to meditate. And I was like, okay. And for some reason, I asked, what kind of guided meditation should I choose? And she's like, no. I want you just to sit there with nothing. And I was like, what do you mean with nothing? Well, with all my thoughts? Like, how? I need someone to guide me. I need someone to tell me what to do. I can't just sit there and do nothing. She's like, ooh, And I was like, what's that supposed to mean? She's like, no. You have to learn this. And that was a kind of, a popcorn moment for me. Like, wow. So it's not about guided. Obviously, guided meditations are fantastic and it calms you down and it helps you. But the real trick is for you to do nothing. Okay? So a few tips here. Have no expectations. No expectations whatsoever. There is right and wrong day to do this, but here at the moment, I want you to have no expectations. I don't want you to do all this, then sit in a lotus position and, oh my God, I'm so uncomfortable. Just get rid of all that bullshit. And for a second, let's get rid of everything that you know about meditation, okay? It's like, turning the page, plain page, nothing. No expectations. No stupid positions, just be comfortable. Maybe have your back against something, against a wall, against a chair. Okay, I'll lay down. I like laying down because it just relaxes me. Sitting, yeah. Again, everyone's different. Whatever feels good for you. I would put your feet on the ground firmly if you're sitting, and just to touch something. Breathing, just don't worry about breathing, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Don't concentrate on that for a second, because this is not what we're trying to do here. So remember when I said yesterday about this train that is running in your head? So when you're anxious, you're worrying consistently, you thinking about things consistently, you thinking like, it's like sinking. One of my clients described it as sinking. I'm literally sinking. For me, it's like maybe a drowning, okay? So imagine this train is like a bullet train, speed train, and it's going 300 miles an hour. What we're doing right now, what we did yesterday, we try and just slow it down. We're not going to just say, boom, stop, because it's going to crash. We need to do it gradually. We need to do it slowly. We need to do it purposely. Is that the word? And we're going to do it slowly. And today, this is your introduction to meditation, okay? So I want you to just sit or lay comfortably, no expectations, no stupid positions, just be there, breathe in, breathe out. I always would do the grounding thing that I teach you. So 3, 2, 1, hold it for 3, 2, 1, breathe out for 3, 2, 1. Do it 3 rounds. This will ground you. This will like, okay, I'm here and now. And then say to yourself, there is nowhere else to be. For the next, 2 minutes, I am here, I am present, and that's it. And I think what people do wrong with meditation, they think they have to stop the thinking. Stop the thinking, stop the thinking. You will never stop the thinking, okay? Not even in the sleep. You're still thinking. Not consciously, but you are. So it's not about stopping the thinking. I want you to imagine the thoughts, the things will come in your head, and imagine like a cloud, and this cloud is passing, it's passing by. And I want you just to observe it. Oh, here is a thought. Oh, I let it pass. That's it. That's it. Don't hold on to it. Don't be mad at yourself. It's like, oh my God, I can't do this. I can't do this. You can. You can. It's just, there's a way to do it. So there's a thought popping in. Let's say you're laying down and you do what I ask you to do. And there's a thought popping in. You need to take the rubbish out. Okay. Thought comes in. You need to take the rubbish out. Send it away. Yeah? And then back to what you're supposed to be doing. Another thought comes in. Do the same. Okay. Thank you. Bye. And go back. Go back to grounding. Go back to grounding. So what I want you to do, I would like you to, for 60 seconds, I kid you not, that's all you need today, 60 seconds. I want you to listen to ticking of the clock, like tick, 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 tick. If you can do more than 60 seconds, I don't want you to get bored. I want you to have a little taster of it. I want you to understand what I'm talking about, and I want you to try it, okay? See how it feels. If you can do, 2, 3, this is, I like to teach people how I like to learn, because it works for me. I get bored easily, so I can't not sit there for 40 minutes, yeah? Sometimes I can't even sit for 5. That's why I want you to just start for 60 seconds, see how it goes. You know what? I'm enjoying this. Go further. Go for it, Oh, do you know what? I have a little bit of time. I do the thing that B said for a little bit, I don't know, I have a 5 minutes. Great, do it. So ticking clock is like tick, 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 tick. So thought comes in and it's like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? No panic. It's okay. I'm in control here. Here is a thought. Tick, tick, tick. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Yeah, and I want you to let me know how it goes. Have no expectations, open mind, and this is your introduction to meditating. And then later on, we will swap with things. But let's start with ticking of the clock, because it takes off your mind, takes your mind to something, okay? It's the counting. And it tries to, okay, so if I'm not thinking about, you can't think about 2 different things at the same time. There will be a thought, there will be a ticking clock, there will be anxiety. Okay, so anxiety is like, listen, love, you've been on my mind too long today. Okay, we're going to put you down there. And there's a thought, okay, bye-bye. Tick, tick, tick. This is my priority. Okay, do 60 seconds. Can you do more? Amazing, do it. I hope that makes sense. This is about us slowing down this train. I know it sounds very simplistic, but this is how I work. Simplicity and something in very bite-sized chunks. Okay. So mission for today, mission number 10 is slowing down the train. The M word, the meditation, this is your introduction to meditation. I want you to lay down, sit down, and just listen to the ticking of the clock. If you can't do it, you know, find it on YouTube, find it somewhere. There will be something, you know, if you haven't got a clock which is ticking. And you can just listen to that. When the thought comes in, say goodbye, and that's it. Let me know how it goes. Let me know how that feels. Maybe 60 seconds you will feel nothing. You will like, well, I don't even know. So you need to try for a little bit longer. And gradually, you know, I would like you to do for a little bit longer. If you could do that from now on every single day for 60 seconds, amazing. I'm going to be realistic. Probably you will forget about things. But when you're feeling anxious, when you're feeling a little bit, you know, sinking, this is a great little tool to go to. In fact, I'm going to record a little video, like a little bite side, and put it in the rainy day section, you know, when you're feeling anxious, another thing for you to do. Counting. Yeah. Hopefully that's good. Let me know how it goes. I didn't even plan, you know, to make a video for 20 minutes. I'm trying to make them very short for you, so it's nice, get in, get out. But sometimes I like to talk. You know me by now. I'm enjoying this, guys. Hope you're enjoying it too. I will tell you a little bit more next about energy, about law of attraction. Tell me about law of attraction. How many of you know about law of attraction? I know Mariana knows about it. I'm not sure if Victoria, if I talked to, we talked about it. Jodie, do you know anything about law of attraction? Do you believe in it? Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to put it in like a proper presentation, maybe format or something, because it's a big subject and I want to really talk about it. So yeah, energy, law of attraction, manifesting, all this is coming, all the juicy bits. But today, M for M word. M for meditation. Jesus. I'm sorry, I'm losing the plot now. M for meditation, yeah? The M word, yeah, there you go. Okay, let me know how that goes. Lots of love, as always, from me. Ciao, ciao.